Welcome back. What episode? We're on 14.
It's funny, I just waved for those of you, because you can't see, unless you're remote viewing the past. I just waved and said, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know what we're going to call this one. More of Inside the Insane Mind of Debbie, or more of Debbie's rants and raves?
Yeah. We will have a title by the time we're done.
Yeah.
I have a feeling, because this one also came out of the 1111 portal.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you hear this one, we will have had our 1212 portal. So we'd also love to hear how your experience was with the 1111 and the 1212 portal,
right,
you guys. So
right.
Feel free to comment.
This time also, it's kind of like, I take it as a New Year's, and I know you're supposed to rest and be dormant, and not dormant, but you know what I mean? It's that time of year or whatever.
Yeah.
But since the 1st of November, time is weird.
Mm-hmm.
It time jumps, everything. Time makes no sense to me at all. Sometimes a minute can be hours and hours can be a minute.
Yep.
Days, weeks pass like a blink of an eye. It's been freaking crazy. But also kind of like a fire lit under my ass, and it inspiration's coming in, and I got more energy, and it's almost like a huge weight has been lifted.
Yeah.
But nothing's happened physically or that I'm aware of that has changed that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just weird.
There was I was watching one of the people I watch on YouTube for divination tarot readings. Literally this morning, she said something about, because you've been in a time warp. Yes, yeah. And channeling or whatever she was doing. Yeah, that's it. And so she was sort of talking about how time's been warped, but how now things are going to start moving. But I think, and I don't, forgive me, you'll have to look this up on your own, but the 4 retrogrades that we're in during the month of November, that we've been in for the month of November, besides Mercury being in retrograde. Mercury was in retrograde and moved from Sagittarius into Scorpio. And
something about Jupiter.
And then, so I don't get all of that, but a lot of that outer planetary changing has, and because it's such long periods of time in between them, there's a lot of energy out there for things to shift and for things to be different. So I think you're
one of them,
feeling it.
I don't know, but something about, it has to be Jupiter, because I think that's one of my planets or something. But since 2018, and now all of a sudden it's changed.
Yeah.
But I don't like when people talk about retrogrades, because they use that as an excuse.
Yeah. And sorry, I'm an asshole.
Yeah, and not even that. Retrograde. Well, I can't work on myself because some fucking planet I don't even know what it looks like is in retrograde.
Yeah.
I don't, and not that you need to work on yourself, or I freaking am shit to everybody. Yeah. Anyway, I don't like it, so I don't pay attention to it because of all the clickbait shit that comes along with it. You know what I mean?
It does.
Fuck. It drives me fucking insane.
I think that's why
I hate it so much.
I'm horrible at self-promotion.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also horrible at the
back.
No, you're okay. At when it comes to Aries, you must see this before 11:11 p.m. on the 11th, and then that makes us click, right?
Yeah.
So I'm horrible at those type of things, but it does make all of it just
yucky.
It does. It's like, I just need as many clicks as I can get, or I need this so everything is paid for, and And I'm like,
Right. And because we are a whole, but also individuals,
yep,
it's like, no,
yeah, yes, yeah,
like
yep,
me and 50,000 other people are not exactly the same doing, you know what I mean?
yep,
It's so,
yeah,
yeah.
yes. Um, okay. So,
Okay.
for those of you who had a visual in your head from last episode, Debbie has a piece of paper, and we read from that, and we read all of the pink writing.
Hmm.
And today we're going to get into the second half of that, or well, it's more than half, which is purple, which I love, by the way. So, um, you said you wanted to just read
Yeah.
this. So let me ask you before you jump
Okay.
into that. What was the state you were in when you wrote the purple part that you're about to read? Like, because sometimes I feel like if we're in the stream, even if we're frustrated but in the stream, it
Hmm.
can be somewhat of a channeled thing. And I don't mean channeled as in the angels or
Right.
whatever. I mean, we're standing in the stream of consciousness of everybody being connected and so many people feeling this. So do you, my question was, I was wondering what was your state when you wrote this? Do you feel like it could have been channeled, or what does this look like for
Yeah.
you?
So I used to journal like every day, right?
Mm,
But then it turned into a bitch session every day.
mm,
Like, oh, you didn't do this. How come you didn't do this? Why can't you just do this? How come this didn't get done?
yep,
Whatever.
yep,
And I know, anyway, so I quit writing for a long time because I'm like, God, I need to figure out a different way to do this.
yeah,
It's not working anymore. I need to change. um, but I just didn't do it for a long time. And then I'm like, okay, we need to get back to it because there needs to be some outlet,
yep,
right? But I just need to write more, what, sophisticated, eloquently, something. Like, don't make it all about me and go through the timeline of my day. Like, well, I woke up and then I did the dishes and then I did this and then I did this and then I went to bed and then, um, but when stuff is preying on my mind, I figure the best way to get it out is to write it out.
yep,
And I do ask questions and I do berate myself sometimes in those writings or whatever. But if I'm not focused on too much of it, then answers come. But it was just anxiety. And I had started a week before starting to journal again,
yeah,
right? And then because like, I don't know if it's OCD, ADD, whatever, I try to have a book that's just for when you do divination tools or whatever. And then but that's not me. I need to quit doing that. And it can be a melting pot all in together. If I ever wanted to find anything, I would never find it. But these rules I made up for myself do not work.
hmm,
And I don't know why, but I did. So anyway, it was just like I just had to get it out. And I sat and thought about it and thought
good,
about it and it just kept, so until I put pen to paper, it's going to keep
yep,
spinning in my head, right?
yep.
So
Gotta move it.
this was the same day, the pink and the purple,
Yeah,
but I think I got up and did something like, I don't know.
and then came back.
Yeah, and then
Okay.
came back and used purple.
I listen. I love it. I'm down. I'm so down.
It's the hot mess, which I am, but
Um,
that's fine.
well, you've seen. Have you? You've. I mean, I'll show up with a I-
The
every
wrong book with a bunch of stuff in it. Yeah.
every paper, every. I mean, that's the thing. Like I've started. I tried to. I'm doing this new thing where I bought this metal thing. It's like a little ruler thing.
Ooh,
But
fancy.
so I can put it on the paper and like design my own daily, right? And
Mhm.
but I have 1,400 journals,
Yeah.
and this one might have like 2 days in 2024 and 60
Yeah.
days in
Yeah.
2025, and Yeah, so it's crap.
But I'm addicted to pens and paper.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I want to buy a whole
Yes.
bunch. And
Yep.
so, yes, I also have that. And then it's
I
like,
need them to be different colors.
yes, and color.
Yeah,
Black
color.
and white.
No.
No.
Color.
Color.
I need color.
Color.
Yep. And I need to be able to switch color whenever I want to.
Yes.
Because color also helps me, as I'm writing or taking notes, it helps me switch trains of thought.
Yeah.
Or if I feel like I'm switching train of thought, I can switch color, and it. So when I go back to it, my brain has already broken up what I wrote into different topics.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm like, oh, well, you need to use this color this day, this color this day, this, and then repeat after you get through the colors. And then I'm like, why do I need to do that? Who fucking said?
Yep.
Why did you make that rule? I don't know why.
Yep. Yep.
And I'm like, no, you don't.
Yep.
If you want 3 purple pages, you can do 3 purple pages.
Yes, you can. Yep. Yep. Even this, like, so my page from yesterday to today, I tried to match them. And I was like, why am I doing that? I don't need to match it, but like it has some structure to it. Okay, great. It has some structure to it. But like I cannot do it the same every day, and that's okay. But part of my brain says it needs to look the same every day.
Yes. Yes.
Yep. Back to the fucking brain part. Our goddamn brains are fucking.
It's the devil.
It's the devil. The devil's in the brain.
Okay, so you ready? You ready?
I'm ready. So
there's questions, but I'm not going to stop at each question. I'm just going to read through
the whole thing.
I'm going to spit it all out.
Get it out.
And then we'll go back and break it down.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay, hit it.
Okay. Are your waders on?
I feel like we're having one of those deep thoughts with Jack Candy from. Do you remember who that?
No.
It was from Saturday Night Live.
Oh.
So it was Anyway, so yes. Okay.
Okay. So all these so-called influencers, gurus, life coaches, spiritual leaders, the people who are and get rich selling ways to better ourselves, quotation mark, whether that be financially, mentally, physically, or spiritually. Why do you think we as a people gravitate to this so much? Some people going so far as to sell everything they own to go do a course or a lecture.
Yep.
Is it because the system we live in teaches us from birth that we aren't good enough? We are taught to do better, have more, reach higher, give more, etc. What if we were all born taught we are good enough, worthy, just as we are? What if we were all taught that we are beautiful, smart, and could do, be, and have just because we wanted to? I know without the bad and the good, etc. So you need to know heartache, to know love, that kind of stuff. I get all that, right? I get you need the opposites to understand one or the other. But I think we bypass acceptance and jump to the strive for more. It just seems like the mantra or the expectation coming at you from everywhere you look, everything you read, hear, see, listen to, etc., is change, overcome, and grow. It's like a race or a challenge to see who does it faster, better, or more, and to what end. The sisters mentioned earlier say, if this is done and done right, you will be rewarded. What does right mean anyway? What's right for one is not for the other. And rewarded with what? I know many people who this did not happen for. Like, they followed the rules. They did everything they were supposed to. It was all right. They followed the systems. There is no reward at the end. And to bring us back around, not only are the people and systems fighting against us, but so are our brains. And our brains lead back to the last
episode.
Yeah. So, why is it, do you think, that we, as the human species, we're always gravitating, like, it started out with religious higher ups, right? Like,
Hmm.
oh my God, they know, they adore, and oh, you listen to his sermons or his whatever, and I want to be like that. I want to do that. Then you break away and you have other stuff like the fitness gurus. Oh, fuck. I am so fucking tired of that. Like, one person says this and it works,
Yeah.
and yes, they have proof that it does. Then you have this person that says this and it works, and yes, they have proof that it does. Studies, testimonials,
Yep.
whatever, you know? So there's the physical stuff, there's the spiritual stuff.
Yep.
There's what else did I say? Influencers, the gurus,
Yeah.
the whatever. Like, we're people are always gravitating toward this shit. People are selling homes, taking out second mortgages to go do some of these courses and classes, and it's a 5-day intensive, and you hear all these testimonials like, when I get out of it, and it's not just like the spiritual guru stuff, it's also physical fitness. Like, you do this 3-week program, intense, blah blah blah, follow it to the T, you will have a body like this, you will be like this.
Yep.
Meanwhile, it eats your fucking muscle, your fucking hormones go out of whack, and then once you're done, you put on 50 pounds over fucking night.
Yep.
Like, but people are making so much goddamn money off of all this shit. And like I said, it's in all different areas,
Yep.
learn how to make money better. The spiritual guru shit, the physical fitness shit. But you never hear about the ugly parts in between. Like, starting a workout program, right? Your muscles are so fucking tired and sore. Like, you can't sit down to go to the bathroom. It hurts so bad.
Yep.
But you're supposed to continue still to do the exercise, even though you can barely walk, push through it and whatever, which I'd get to a certain point. But then your brain and your body's like, we're injured, we're hurt.
Yep.
Fuck this.
Yep.
Nothing's going to happen. Stop doing it.
Yep.
No, if you want to prove yourself and you want to be better, push through it. Like, why do we think that somebody else has the answer to our problems? Why do we think we have problems? And why are we gravitating to all these different things for answers, quotation marks? Answer that.
I think it's because we've been told we need an intermediary. We've been told that the only way to get to God is through Jesus Christ and through what he did. He died for
But
our
what
sins.
about those of us that didn't like grow up? Like, okay, we heard it, but we didn't understand the meaning of that. So
I don't think I think like even I joke about, even if you're not Mormon from Utah, you're Mormon, right? Because we have that. So it has been so ingrained into us, and the hierarchy. The reason it works is because we believe that there's a separation between us and them, and the only way to get there is for them to bring us up, is for us to become like them. And so there, within that structure of hierarchy, I think that, well, even going back to feudalism, the king owned all of the land, and then the people right underneath him owned portions of that land, and then it kept being subdivided down. Well, the people who actually work the land don't own it. They worked it to grow food, but most of the food they grew had to be paid in taxes to feed everybody else up the chain. Now, the king was put there because of the grace of God. So, like, there was always some sort of divine connection to the ruler, which then meant the ruler represented the will of God or a blessing upon them because they were holy from God. So there's always then been this structure of divine godliness that is represented by one or a few people Um, and then for us to well, I don't know that people really cared about achieving that. But I think we've repeated this cycle a couple of times where um, I want my life to be better, or I want the lives of my children to be better than mine. So to make that happen, I have to buy into
Sacrifice.
this. Yeah, sacrifice. I have to buy into this idea um, that we're not good enough, and so I have to do something to make me good enough or better.
Mm.
So that's the and and but well, this is just part two from last time
Yeah.
because even in our modern American current Western society, capitalism, um, there's a great little video I use in the class that I was just telling you about. It's supposed to be 2 hours, turned into 5. Um, on It's on YouTube, and it's about the Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Mm-hmm.
So the bottom two, it's a pyramid, and there are 5 sections to it. And he talked the whoever produced this video talks about it, that the American capitalist economy thrived in the 50s, 60s, 70s because they were providing the things that we needed: food, washers and dryers, clothes, travel. So what we've done over the last 70 years now is we look to, and well, marketing and media has been the thing that then dictates what we need.
Mm.
So, if you want to be Kim Kardashian, you just have to, right? Because they have their own brands now, so you can
Right.
look like them, you can be like them. So it within this hierarchy of needs, the bottom two are like safety, security, house, food, the basics, and so our capitalism provides that. Now, in the video, or Maslow actually, I think, spoke about it as being uh, the top 3 about. Oh, I can't remember the term, but anyway, it's basically capitalism based upon providing spiritual fulfillment and those things that fulfill the top, which are acceptance, intimacy, self-actualization, and like the people things,
Mm-hmm.
which we do see that now, like ecotourism, spiritual tourism, fucking selling stones and crystals and all that stuff, right? So our capitalism is now providing that. So and we look to, well, even if we don't mean to, fucking social media knows what color to put in front of me to make me
Right.
buy.
Right.
So all of those things, I think, keep feeding us into the cycle of what I have isn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
So there's always something more. So in the culture of more, or in the religion of more, maybe, um, that system only functions on this. And so we have to remove ourselves, I think, from being an influencer, a guru, whatever. In terms of I think this is something I struggle with, because I never wanted to be a guru.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted to be the person. I would prefer to work with people and help them figure out what's going to work for them.
Right.
If I provide information in a book or something, it's never, well, I guess, and get your shit together. It was like, this will make your life better. These basic things will make your life better.
Mm-hmm.
Do it and
Right.
see. Um, and I resist doing things that are really expensive. I resist putting together retreats that are thousands of dollars, even though someone people will tell me like, I would pay, I'd pay $9,000 to spend four days with you. And I was like, that's nice. And you're not getting dick out of it. Literally, you're not getting my dick out of it. But like, what? Because uh, I don't want what you get out of it is directly proportional to what you put into it.
Right.
As far as you, like, in fact, you and I were working together, and we were doing a whole week retreat, and it was just you and I. Well, I'm not going to guarantee you're going to get something. I'm not going to guarantee. I don't want to guarantee that you're going to get this, this, and this, and this. I can guarantee that there's going to be an opportunity for that growth.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to figure. I'm just going to do 10% of the job. You have to do 90. But no one wants to play that game.
Right. And so that's like the overall thing. And that's what I was thinking about after I wrote this.
We're
like,
lazy.
Yes.
We're a little bit
But
lazy.
then you have, the stuff conspiring against you, like your own brain.
I don't mean that by bad either.
What?
Lazy. Because sorry, real quick. When I said lazy, it sounded like the system we live in saying, well, you're not good enough. You're not doing enough work. But I think the work I'm talking about, the lazy part, is we're too comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to be uncomfortable.
Right.
So I should say that. I just needed to change that real quick because I don't mean lazy. I mean, we're comfortable and we don't want to be uncomfortable.
But we're not really comfortable. Because if we were comfortable, we wouldn't be out looking for a new body, a new spiritual leader, a new community, a new whatever, right?
Yeah.
So we're not comfortable because if we were, these things would not be hot ticket selling items.
We're comfortable enough. Well, was it you that talked
comfortable?
about mirrors?
We're comfortable, but mirrors was superstitions.
Yeah, the idea about
Not comparing.
Mirrors are tricksters.
Mm-hmm.
So if we wouldn't have seen ourselves, like if you didn't know what you looked like, if that wasn't possible, it was you, right? Who said that? If you didn't know if you didn't know what you looked like, you wouldn't be concerned about it.
Right.
So is it because all of this shit is in front of us all the time, but we might really be comfortable and we wouldn't know any different.
Mm-hmm.
So fucking serpent and apple in the Garden of Eden shit. Like that's it, right? Like, so are humans not capable of interacting with all of the things coming at us? Are we currently, most of us, not able to do it and separate it well enough to not be pulled in by it? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. They say to do something, you want to create a feeling of it, right? Like you want the feeling of that experience, not necessarily the thing itself.
Correct.
So, but maybe it's because of Christianity and everything. Like from the dawn of time, you were told, well, since that took over, I'm not 100% on other religions, but the little bits of what I know of different ones, basically the same. You are not good enough. You were born in sin. You were come down here because somebody fucking fucked up something and you're the result of that fucked upness and it's your fucking fault.
Yeah.
So you have to strive for the rest of your life to try to be better. But let's just say that you weren't. Let's just say you were very sheltered and lived in the wilderness on your own and you didn't know about this stuff.
Yeah.
Would you still think, well, like there's still tribes. There's one that's probably not going to last much longer that is not touched by modern man, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if in there they have people that hate themselves and want to change their physique or want to be the chief or want to be the shaman or, you know what I mean? Like, I wonder where it stems from that you have to change and you're not good enough the way you are. Or is it just because you want to feel different that these things come and then people prey on that with the marketing and stuff?
Yeah.
That, oh God, yeah, I can have that.
We're going to ask Google, okay?
Okay.
Because I think this is fun. Because you did it last time and you had some things. So, my question is, our question is, why do, see, and I can't say all humans, but, um, like, why do we feel not good enough? Why do we, because I just want to hear what AI it comes up with, but,
Yeah.
um, why is it an epidemic of not feeling good enough? I don't want to use that word. Why do humans not feel not good enough? Just keep it simple, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Generic. Why do humans not feel good enough? Oh, it usually says the answer. Maybe she's shy. She's shy today. Okay. It didn't give me. That's ridiculous. Let me give you. Wow. This is from the oaktreepractice.com. I can't even begin to tell you. That's the top of the fucking thing. I am throwing things around now. The synchronicity of, we've talked about Yggdrasil, we've talked about the tree, we talk about trees all the fucking time. And the oak tree being Angerboda, the Ak, which is a rune. Like, okay, so I've had my fit. Hold on. This is from that fucking website. Early life experiences often shape our core beliefs about ourselves. Repeated experiences of rejection, criticism, or neglect during childhood, such as being excluded by peers, shamed by caregivers, or having emotional needs being neglected, back to needs, can instill the belief that we are fundamentally not good enough as we are.
Mm.
So guess what? None of us, uh, uh, you should have to have a fucking class on how to be a parent before you have kids, because I don't think we don't even realize the fact that as kids, when I pushed that young man off of the playground stuff because I was in 6th grade and trying to impress someone, so I was at the bottom of the food chain, I didn't even, the only thing I was worried about, though, I was not feeling good enough. So I then inflicted upon him something that would make me look good enough and make other people accept me. I still remember this because he bit me, and I thought, oh my God, he bit me, and I might have to have a shot. He wasn't a dog, he was a human, Jesus. Right? Like, but I didn't know as a kid. I didn't know. But we do not understand what that does.
And there's
people.
so many people, places, and things that can influence that. Like, literally,
Yeah.
unless you are completely sheltered
Yep.
your whole life, then basically you're going to end up thinking you're not good enough.
Yep.
Because to some person at some aspect in something, you're not going to be good enough, right?
Yep.
So that's why these things sell, which is, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Well,
but
even this thing that just talked about things happening in early childhood,
mm-hmm.
if you begin to go to church or to a church, I talk about it as being the big problem. I know
It just started
it's
echoing.
the drum, right?
Yes.
It's the drum. Yeah.
And it's echo. It didn't do that the whole time.
It's picking up on this. Yeah. Yeah.
And
The drum, and which is a beautiful drum. I still love it. No. Yeah. Oh. Huh. Oh. Right there. Oh. Huh.
Should I put it on the floor?
No, I like it.
Okay.
I talk about it being Christianity, and it is, and it does, and yet we do it to each other because we're just fucking unaware.
Right. Well, unaware, but look at school, unaware, but somebody did something stupid when you were in 1st grade and you made fun of them along with everybody else.
Yep.
That was trying to fit in. But then you have the teacher that comes at you and, well, you got a D, so you're
Yep.
not good enough.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I just think about, like, if society was different or we were born on an island and there wasn't, again, you have to have the bad to know the good, though, right? That's what they say.
Oh, that was your other thing in there that I thought was fascinating.
Yeah. So if you didn't know what not being good enough felt like,
Mhm.
then you wouldn't know what it feels like to be good enough. I don't know. I haven't felt that part of it yet. It's
That's
always
fascinating.
something. It's always something though, right?
Yep.
Like, oh, okay, my spirituality is on point.
Mhm.
Well, now I'm fucking fat, so I better work on my body. Like,
We
you know what I mean?
compartmentalize them. We push them away from each other, but they're
But
all it's
and
a system.
it's so much to
Yep.
like try to regulate and have all in balance
Yep.
and have it all taken care of, let alone
Yeah.
with the outside world coming at you.
So, I wrote a note. Yeah, hold on, where's the glasses?
You threw them.
So
That was mine. I told you,
Doghouse?
yeah.
Yeah,
When I
yeah.
went into the thing, and then your writing is pink and purple also.
It is pink and purple.
I just had
in
to point
this.
those things out.
It is. It's true, and I also circled something in orange,
Mm.
and I wanted it all to be different, and I was annoyed that this box is blue and not black. So I told you I did. I was pulling from the wild, unknown archetype cards or whatever. Blah 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 blah. I asked, what would it be good to know in understanding this certain situation that I was asking about? Well, I pulled the card called the One card. This is what it's about. I'm going to read you what I wrote. Non-duality. In the vastness of the consciousness, we are neither small nor big, important or unimportant. Life is a gift, and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I think is interesting about the question you brought up about this in your in your paper is that we keep putting things into this duality and binary of good, bad, light, dark,
Right.
heaven, hell,
Right.
male, female, all of this thing. So instead of and nothing is ever that cut and dry.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
But we keep doing it. And so coming at it from a non-duality perspective, I think is another one of those changes to make in our worldview that will allow for us to not judge whether something's good or bad or better or worse, because it's all about what we need in that moment. So I might need a cold shower in the summer because it's hot, and I'll never have a cold one because my water in the summer will never get cold.
Right.
It's always warm. But in the winter, I might need a hot shower or a hot bath to warm me up. So hot and cold doesn't matter. Light and dark doesn't matter. Sound apparently lately for me, I'm like, oh, that's too loud. Like I need to, and it's a normal volume, but I'm just too sensitive. Turn it down. Light. People with migraines. If you have a migraine, you don't go out in bright light.
Right.
You keep it dim. So when we begin to put and keep things in this binary or duality system, that also reinforces. We'll turn it on its side. Hierarchy being the top and the bottom, and again, I love Disney, but they reinforce the story of heroes and villains,
right?
Which is messy, and we keep doing because we're so used to it. That person who cut you off, they didn't mean to cut you off, and it wasn't a person. Well, sometimes. Yes, I have been a twat driving a car before, a couple of times. But well, period. And the idea that no, I don't know. I was being a twat. I can't remember now. That's my punishment for being a twat and cutting someone off. Oh, it wasn't personal. It wasn't personal. Me cutting that person off or them cutting me off wasn't personal. They just didn't see me in my little tiny Fiat, right?
Yeah.
Or I have a blind spot in the Fiat that I hate. And so I just didn't see you.
Mm-hmm.
So we're so quick to want to be able to, and maybe this is interesting. Let me ask you this. In the beginning, I think it was on one of the screenshots you read about how our brain makes snap decisions for our survival. For our survival in our modern American Western society, if you can't decide quickly, you'll lose out, right?
Yes.
If you can't decide quickly, you'll die. So our brain, the way our brain will be able to do that is to be able to say automatically, if this is dark, if he has tattoos, he's bad. If right?
That's only because you've been told that and preached that since birth.
But right, but our brain has made it a box. So if I'm weighing out something to go pros and cons, which we probably should never do still.
Right.
But it's part of that. I have pros and cons. If there are too many cons, we're done. But our brain has been trained. We've trained it. Yes, bad, 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 good, good, bad, 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 bad. So it needs the brain. We've trained it to get rid of all nuance, to get rid of thinking for itself. So the brain needs the automatic, these are bad, these are good.
Yeah.
To keep us alive. So it doesn't play around in gray. It automatically wants to do that. So we have to train our brain not to do that anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. What do you think about all that?
I don't like the thought of having to train my brain. Because, you think time and effort and like I have read about the neural pathways and retrain and make new neural pathways and the telomeres on the end of your nervous system, all that kind of stuff. Like, I'm not an expert, but I do know some about it. But maybe if, like, this is what I want. I want these things to not be top selling items. And I want to hear about the messy bits. I don't want to see your body transformation from 500 pounds down to 175 pounds without knowing the tiredness, the soreness, the fucking crying, the fucking hours. Like you put it, you videotape a workout and it's 3 seconds, but you were there for 3 fucking hours. Like, let's be more realistic about what the fuck it's going to take. It's not pretty. It's not going to be a week. And with body stuff, 6 weeks is not even, you know what I mean? No. But, and then what do you do when, so this is my problem with a lot of things, right? Okay, we're going to do this. I'm going to quit smoking. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to do this exercise program. And my brain is constantly fighting with me. And then I get exhausted. And then I just quit. I give up because I'm tired of that eternal battle. And they're like, oh, just push and overcome. Just push and overcome. Fuck off right now. Like, I'm fucking exhausted. I don't have the willpower. And then they're like, you can't rely on willpower. You do it regardless. Okay. I don't like, huh?
That is willpower.
Yeah. I don't know.
But they do it. But you're right, though.
Don't rely on motivation. Because you're not going to be motivated all the time.
No, God, no. Fuck no.
Yeah. But
No.
and because we are too comfortable, right? Like we're in a comfortable, and then you're pushing your body or whatever. And even though like, oh, I'm going to be so much better for this, like it's a known fact. Or the opposite, like smoking cigarettes, all the fucking horrible fucking shit that could potentially
Yep.
happen to you
Yeah.
and your quality of life,
Yeah.
but you can't get rid of it. Like, that's when I'm talking about the brain fighting ourselves. It's like, Jesus fuck, how do you overcome that? So then you look at these people that say they have the answers and whatever, and oh, just listen to this self hypnosis, just do this, just whatever,
Yeah.
and it'll be fine. But it's not fine. And I don't like that everything's made to be a quick fix.
Yep.
Like fucking Ozempic zombies that we have now. Not saying they're all that or that they're bad, but instead of going to the root problem and trying to fix that, we're just going to shoot everybody up with drugs. And Lord knows the fucking effects of that 5-10 years down the road. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But when selling this stuff, the spiritual things, and oh well, you'll be able to manifest anything you want in life if you do this program in 6 weeks and do it like I say. But you're going to have to meditate for 2 hours a day, and then you're going to have to listen to this recording for another hour a day.
Yep.
And then you're going to have to do this. And who don't have time for that? And if you don't make time, you don't want it enough.
Yep.
Or if you do it and it doesn't work out for you the way that it's not promised, but what the way it's
a promise
made to be.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this can happen for you too. Can happen, And if it doesn't end up looking like that, well then you're the fucking problem. You did it wrong.
Yep.
You didn't do it right. Blah 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 blah.
Well, you are the problem. Because guess what? The way it worked for that person
is not
because
it's
that
you.
Yes. Yeah,
like I know this and you know this, but you have people that are willing, like I said, to put second mortgages on their house.
Yep.
Give up and turn, like, this is the problem.
Yep.
You're gonna turn on your own fucking beliefs. You know something is wrong. You know something doesn't feel right.
Yep.
But so-and-so that's a billionaire said this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna blindly follow and do. Like, what the fuck? It's just backward. I want to.
It is.
It's so
well.
Yeah. And this is why we check out, because I think people at a core level are aware of all this stuff, but we keep holding out the hope that, oh, this one last thing and it's going to do it for me. It's going to make the change. It's going to be the light bulb clicking on. It's going to be the kick in the ass. It's going to be the whatever I need to make me change and focus and do.
Okay.
But what happens? Like, what if we just started bringing out and promote? I'm sure we wouldn't get many customers, but like,
we might.
Acceptance. Like, don't try to fix yourself. Don't try to change. And I know there's this, oh, you're not fixed or you're not broken, so nothing needs to be fixed. Yeah. Okay. That's not what I'm talking about.
That's not what it is.
What if we just didn't work
correct
on ourselves for a span of time? What if we were just like,
yes,
I love my super fat pregnant belly that looks like I'm 9 months pregnant and I'm not. So what if I just loved that?
Yeah.
Or what if I just fucking let my crazy come out and did whatever? What if I went to Walmart with a shaved fucking head in a bikini? Look at, just because I've always wanted to have the experience, so I'm just going to go do it. Like, what if we valued individual expression and artistry more than we did celebrity and athletes? You know what I mean? Like,
there are people who don't see the difference between that. I think is the problem.
But so basically overall, what I'm saying is we have the beginning.
Yep.
And then we have the end.
Yep.
Everywhere and everything is skipping the messy middle parts.
Yeah.
And it makes people frustrated and delusional, thinking it's all going to be a breeze. And even if you stand there and you tell me, okay, Debbie, you started the Northern Traditions course, it's going to be a breeze. You are going to feel like you're on cloud nine and have all this stuff, and you're going to
Yeah.
be able to manifest overnight and do all this stuff by the end of this course. And cool. I can hang on for that long. But you don't tell me in the middle, well, you're going to have a nervous breakdown. You're going to fucking question your reality.
Yep.
You're going to feel like you
Yeah.
don't fit in with anybody anywhere ever again.
Yep.
You're going to fucking cry for 5 fucking days. And then you're going to fucking go insane for another 2.
Yep.
And then when it's all said and done, you're still not going to recognize what you have accomplished or have done through this course because we just skip to the happily ever after.
Yep. So I love all of that, and yes, I agree completely. I think one of the things that oh my god, there were so many things you inspired in my brain. So one, I'm going to go back to rites of passage from last episode.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a rite of passage that was actually going out and being able to, I have over the first 15 years of my life, I've gained all the skills to go and hunt and build shelter and get water and harvest food and do all of that. And I come back after having this rite of passage. I'm a functioning member of the group, but I can do it on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So, one, in our society, from a very young age, we're taught we
You
need other
can't do
people.
it on
You
your own.
can't do it on your own.
Right.
But you're told to be independent.
Yeah.
One person's never good enough. One person can't do it. Although in what was the 80s and 90s, they told women they could do it all and have.
Yeah. Now look at the hot shit.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it's a mess. So, and all is just some other marketing scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Which, oh my god, still puts women in having to care for children, and the men. Yeah. Anyway, so that's a big bullshit thing. But anyway, so okay, I gotta get back to my train of thought. So there were 14 trains I was trying to bring all into the station at the same time. The next one I wanted to say. So I've said the rites of passage thing. So hold on to that. So, now, in that, had that person who went through all these, they could go out on their own and survive.
What if they didn't make it though?
Then they would die. Which is our whole other. We don't want to die. We don't want to be forgotten. None of that. Death is the thing
Final
we fear
end.
the most.
Yeah.
Yes. Because we don't want it to be. We all have fucking FOMO. Like, America's a country full of FOMOs.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not homos, FOMOs. FOMO homos. Okay, so. And now, because that person, the ability to be self-sufficient in that way, says that I can rely on myself to do that. Well, because we don't, and we have to rely on other people, we are constantly comparing ourselves to other things or to what that person needs, so that I will continue to get what I need from them, but I have to become what they need, which is messy, right? So, because it's taken the power out of us being able to have that self-sufficient, the pride, the knowledge that you can do it, the security and safety of being able to, I can do this. So I think that's one thing. So being in that mentality constantly puts us competing against, it's actually not even competing against other people. It's competing against the person that we think we should be based upon what other people need, right? So we don't have the rites of passage that create self-sufficiency or faith in ourselves and in what we can provide for our own needs and desires. So I think that's one thing that goes into here. Now, going back to what we've been talking about, We are now trying to, the top of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs is called self-actualization. That's you being all you can be. You being the best you, not what compared to everyone else, but you being you. You have all your needs met, you're safe, you're secure, you can just be you, right? So we have people, so by the way, if we're looking at a pyramid, most of the time spent for our life and in our day would be the bottom two things. So we're looking at 40% of our time, 40 to 50% of our time is spent shelter, food, clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have maybe, another, well, I guess that's 50. And then you have maybe like another 30% of our time, 30 to 40% of our time spent in relationships.
Mm-hmm.
10% of the time is if all those other things are fine, we can be us.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't even spend probably the appropriate amount of time in each of those things. So when we look at it in those terms, we're seeing people who have reached this point where they could be construed as living self-actualized lives. But that's still, they're doing it for a job. So they're providing a service based upon what our deficiencies are as humans in our current system. And so they need to make it marketable. What is that phrase? I would rather be someone's shot of whiskey than everyone's cup of tea. Mm-hmm. Because part of the success of a business is that everybody wants you. Yep. Yeah. That's why it took me a long time to figure out, like, I'm going to live my life and I'll make money how I can, where I can, when I can. But the runes call to people, but they're not for everyone. Mm-hmm. The wisdom can be how to, but right. I can't force everyone into that. Right. That's just that's dumb. So it's dumb for me to think that. I don't like that word. It's just not. It's not doable, right? Yeah. So, these people are now. This is that ugly crossover. Like on those new AI things. What, you could have done this for a while, but you put like two people together and you're like, what would your baby look like, right? Yeah. So what we're looking at is the incredibly horribly deformed creature that is a baby between our modern capitalist culture and our striving for self-actualization, which is more of a non-money and money. So we've taken features of each of those and put them together, and it makes this baby that is all about making money, but through telling you
how to self-actualize yourself.
Yes. Through the way they've done it. And one size fits all doesn't even work in prison when everyone's wearing the same thing. Right. It don't. Right. So one size fits all is the American dream. Mm-hmm. Picket fence, white house, whatever, 2.3 kids, car, blah, blah, blah. It's supposed to be a one size fits all, but it's not, and it will never be. Right. But I also do think that probably goes back to, we've talked about this before, in the 50s when they started making the nuclear family. Yeah. The nuclear family is a one size fits all. Right. And because that will never work, we'll be stuck in this. And those people cannot show you the messy and have you, not you, those people cannot promote the messy part of the process and make any money. Right. because those two things don't go together. And they also want you to just come to their $10,000 weekend thing, go home, and then do the work.
Yeah.
Without any support, without any help, without any, because my question to you a minute ago was going to be, what would you need to get you through, or what have you thought about what getting through those points where you want to give up, and so we do sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
What does support look like to help you through that? Because in all of these situations, you go to the weekend thing, you might meet a few people,
right,
but they don't live where you are. And so you're still alone,
right,
in this whole thing,
right,
relying on yourself to do something that you're learning how to do, mm-hmm. when everything that you've been programmed with is anti that.
Right.
We need little compounds of, oh, that was a cultish word. We need little communities. Still a cult, but like you, and even that whole fucking 21 days. 21 days to make something a habit, I think is bullshit too.
It's a fucking lie.
It is. It just is something that we think is an attainable number. Because I've done things for 21 days, and it
did not stick, did not last.
Because it's not a one size fits all.
Right.
Yeah, and so we just want the easy answer. Mm-hmm. But it's about it. The easy answer is about us fitting in and getting what we want from other people, instead of the hard part about any of that is that we have to put in the work.
Yeah. Well, and I was kind of talking to you about it the other day too. Like, you see these people and you see like these huge fucking things they are doing to fuck themselves over.
Yep.
And then they still ask you, well, why can't I just do this? Why am I this way? Why am I? And it's like, oh my God, it's so fucking obvious. So we need somebody there to say, look, this is what you're doing. This is how you're fucking yourself over.
Yep.
But 90% of people will take that as, well, fuck you. You just insulted me. You belittled me. You judged me. You're fucking coming at me and won't hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's like, and sometimes we are completely blind when we're caught up in all our emotions and all that other stuff, you know?
Yep.
And then it goes back to like emotions. Oh, control them, don't control you. But if you control your emotions too much, you're going to fucking be a fake bitch and you're going to fucking have a meltdown.
And you're frigid. So, You're frigid, which is for a woman, don't be a whore, but don't be frigid either.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of that.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's a mess.
It's a mess.
It's messy. Yeah. But also, when you are listening to some of these people and their spiels and whatever, and maybe they're not even directly trying to sell you anything, you're just listening to them talk, and they have it down, man. They have the excitement in their voice. They've been taught how to do this, right?
Oh,
so they're not coming at you say, buy my program. They're just telling you about their experience, and you do get inspired. You do feel like, oh my God, yeah, I could do that. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Blah, blah. And then the high wears off. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, what the fuck was I fucking thinking?
Yep.
And again, it's insanity, because it's like, it's your brain fucking you. Like, your brain should have been telling you, beware. You do not fucking know this dude from a hole in the fucking ground.
Yeah.
You don't know this tiny bitch from fucking Adam. Beware. But instead it's like, oh no, they just inspired. Like, I got all lighthearted and I could see myself doing it. And I was hanging on to her every word. And I'm going to go get a second mortgage to do this because, you know what? And they didn't even direct sell to you. So again, it's like, and it takes you a while. Like, it takes you a couple of days later and you're like, oh, that was fucking stupid. Like, no. But in that moment, you were completely sold. You bought into it. You felt the feels, all that. So what is that?
I think one of the things that possibly it could be is, for those of us who don't understand and have a dysregulated dopamine system, we chase the dopamine. right? I do too.
Yeah.
So understanding that that's part of it, or that is a potential part, is our body chemistry. But I also, like, I tell people, I'm like, listen, you might feel something when I'm speaking or presenting to you.
Mm-hmm.
You might feel inspired. You might feel, oh, I'm going to hit the ground running.
Yeah.
Great. That is not a signal for you to come and do my life.
Yes, it is. I felt it.
Right?
Here.
Yeah. Yes, right? But that's what we think, right? We're like, oh my God, they're living. What I want, and when I tell people, it's like, what happens is they're living in an alignment for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
or, side note, in an alignment with that ugly baby of capitalism and spirituality um, that we are buying into. So, not true. But when someone is living in their alignment, which, by the way, right, is a daily chore,
Mm-hmm.
you feel what alignment feels like. You feel what that feels like. That is the most important thing, because even earlier you mentioned, and I say this, don't set your goals based upon things, set them upon how you want to feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I look at you and I go, oh, Debbie's doing everything, she's aligned today, she's in her alignment, this is inspiring. We say, oh, I need to do what she's doing, instead of, oh yes, that's what alignment looks. That I can, because I can sense it. Oh, I'm inspired by it, and it just kind of redirects me to go, okay, not am I out of alignment or am I in alignment, but oh, I just need to, it's something I think about, being in alignment with my own self, so that I can be happy. But because we all function differently, it's going to take different things. But we are conditioned to buy what they're selling, because what they're selling and why they're selling it is because we need it.
Yeah.
So it's
So
messy.
What if it goes the opposite way? What if, and this kind of goes into my issue with manifestation also, right?
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
let's say you have this pop singer
Yep.
or this major athlete, but they're fucking horrible. We
Yep.
can name names, right?
Yep.
Every one of us knows somebody.
Yep.
So they're rich, they're famous, they have their shit together, they're doing what they love for a living.
Yep.
But at the same time, they are getting away with murder, basically, or they're raping and freaking creating little babies all over the world and not even taking accountability for that.
Yep.
Snorting up drugs, beating up people. I mean, the list can go on. We've heard it all at some point, right?
Yep.
So how is that being in alignment? Why do they get all the privileges of being rich and famous and adored and worshipped upon, but they're horrible motherfucking people? But then you have the blue collar guy,
Yep.
we'll say my husband, who busts his ass, who takes care of people,
Yep.
who makes sure like he goes out of his way to do more for others, will stop on the side of the road,
Yep.
will all this stuff, and gets shit on by the very people he busts his ass for. Like, you explain, like, manifestation, that's my issue with it, okay? Because fuck off. And if you're getting high every motherfucking night, you're drunk all the time, you're snorting fucking lines, shooting up shit, you can't tell me that they are in alignment.
They are.
With what? the alignment with privilege, and then they get to go do and be whatever the fuck they want. Like,
So remember,
make that make
yeah.
sense.
So remember, the system, the religion of modern America, Western civilization and society, it's a religion. Remember, I told you like the shaman would be the really great investor broker on Wall Street because he knows how to manifest money out of nowhere because we worship money.
Mm-hmm.
If you worship money and you worship fame and you worship all of those things that are basically put into that structure of that religion of being an American in that, and you play by the rules of that, you will manifest exactly what you want. All of those things that you value. The problem is we don't we're trying to I think we're trying to live in this other way of doing it. We're trying to be whole, healed, whatever that fucking means. But you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
I'm just I want to just be me, and I don't want to be. I want to feel like I have some understanding and working with myself, and I don't want to be unhappy. And I know that money doesn't make me happy.
Right.
It can make life easier, yeah, because of that, because we live in that system. But so I'm trying to squeeze blood from a stone, which is impossible, which is why I think it's an ugly baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the baby is ugly and it doesn't work. It's probably not gonna, it won't live past whatever, because it just won't. So I think that when it comes to manifestation, and we look at those people that you were talking about, the problem is they're playing a game and they're playing by the rules of that game. We're trying to we're playing a whole different game with a whole bunch of different rules. So if I really if I wanted to, I could have a cult.
Yeah.
I could have a cult following. I could have people paying me $5, $6, $7, $8, $10,000 to come hang out with me. And I know how gross that feels, and I don't want to do that, because my goal is for people to be their unencumbered wild selves, that they can make the decisions for themselves and be self-sustaining. The system doesn't like that, doesn't want that. So if I really just got fucking fed up with it, like I just need to make money, yeah, sure, I could do all of that. But it's because I also then am not trying to sell people the wild encumbered self. I'm not trying to sell them that at all.
Right.
That would not be what the outcome is. The outcome is I want you to feel good right now. And that's momentary. And it's the dopamine chase. So I have to keep providing opportunities in a timely, I know how fast, I know how high you're going to get off of this. So in 2.5 days, because you said 3 days, in 2.5 days, I'm going to call you. I'm going to shoot you up with this beautiful feel-good bullshit, and I'm going to keep you going on that. I'm going to get you addicted to that. You're going to keep giving me money. You're going to take a second mortgage out on your house to keep feeling good, because I'm making you feel good, not because you know how to do it.
See, and then it goes back to like, we're so fucking sensitive. Our systems, the hormones, dopamine, fuck. Like, really? And you're telling me if I want to be content in this life, I have to turn everything off and black everything out and be dumb as shit. Not dumb as in, but unaware in the world, and just buy into the bullshit, and then I'll be content and happy. Or let's say people aren't even on a spiritual path, or like even trying to be authentic in any way or whatever. They're following the rules that were set up in the 50s. You take care of other people, you're compassionate, you work hard, you'll be rewarded. Why can't those people be rewarded? Why is it the fucking drug dealers and sex traffickers and fucking lip filling silicone fueled, fake hair, lashes people have the easy street, but the compassionate, give a shit, work for what they got or want people struggle the most. Struggle, that word. And I mean it in the way it's a violent fucking
Thrashing
action.
about to
Yes.
free yourself.
Yes.
So you're trying to free yourself, I think.
But what if they're not? What if they're just trying, like, I just want to work. I want to work. I want to do my best at my job. Like,
Yeah.
my husband, I want to just do my job
He's an
and take care of my
overachiever.
family,
Yeah.
and I could be content with doing that. But I make sure my employees are taken care of.
Mhm.
I get a bonus and I share it with people that aren't expecting it.
Mhm.
All this stuff.
Mhm.
Like, and then 2 weeks later, you're like literally shit on.
Mhm.
What sense does that make? The people, the
Mhm.
gurus or whatever, would say, you manifested that. Mike, you manifested. You brought that upon yourself. You wanted
Yeah.
to be shit upon.
Yeah, because that's the easy answer.
Well, it's bullshit, and I don't like it, and it needs to stop.
It's the easy answer, and it keeps you down,
Yes.
right? So,
But they're supposed to be uplifting, fucking, you can have it all and be content and happy and ascend in this
yes.
lifetime.
And ascend, which is the whole other problem,
Fuck.
right? Because you're not good enough, so you have to be able to ascend somewhere. We're still stuck in that, right? So
Yeah.
So now we'll take your husband for a second. Now I don't know how these conversations went down, but I'm going to guarantee you, somebody who knows how to manipulate this and knows how to work this because they were shown how to do it. Hey, you can't do that. Like, this is not going to work. You're not going to be able to do that. You're like, we need this and this and this to happen. But those people just love you because Mike does it because he wants other people to genuinely feel appreciated and valued. So I'm going to play into him, Mike. You make those people feel so good. So any shit I've just given him is all gone because he's fulfilling his purpose. He's going to keep doing what I want him to do because I know how to feed him.
But, like, what's the overall goal? And
money.
For who?
For them.
But it's not going to that individual that's doing it. The company, maybe, but not that fucking individual. There's still 50 fucking people ahead of that guy.
So this is happening for the boss, too. And it's happening for his boss, too. And his boss, too. So that's why it's like this ladder of, if you want to train somebody to do exactly what you want to do, we train them from a very, very down here. Kids, same thing. All you do is you take a step up and you keep doing the same thing. If I want something out of somebody, I can butter them up. This is why we have that term. Yeah. The problem is the structure.
Yeah.
Right. But we also then, unfortunately, we're tying ourselves to acceptance of other people and how much money we make from them. But nowadays, that's not always tied to actually what you bring to the table.
Right. And another thing too is, well, then just quit, just move on. And it goes back, you can't do that in today's society.
Nope.
You cannot. You can't even go live in the woods as a mountain man because you're on BLM land and you can be arrested for squatting
every 2 weeks.
Yeah, whatever.
You do. Yeah.
So not only that, but is it fair to sacrifice the creature comforts of those you take care of? Like, men in this society, like, they have so much on their shoulders with that. And women too, like single moms, same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Agreed. Yep.
We're not making it male or female. But in the traditional, and in my family, because we made that decision a long time ago and it was agreed upon.
Yep.
But how do you You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
not like you can just say, "Oh, we'll quit. We'll move on. We'll go live in the woods somewhere." Especially like with our son, he has to have certain things.
Yep.
It's not like,
Yes.
I mean, he's 21, but it's not like he can go trek through the fucking mountains with us, can
Nope.
he?
Well, no, and you can't run down to the local oak tree and get your hair colored.
Right. But you know what I mean? So we don't know the system's broke or whatever. I'm just, what am I trying to get at? I'm trying to get at, I don't, it's
Why can't people live in integrity? Why these people, it's irritating that they're, so here's the thing. They're not living in the integrity that they kind of claim to be living in.
That they are selling.
That they're selling.
Actually.
Because if they're selling it, I do not believe it can be in integrity with anything other than our current religion of America now.
And I'm not even upset with them trying to sell it. I'm more upset of everybody buying into it without pause.
Yep.
And into all of it. You know, the movies, the singers, the actors, the whatever. Like, I love concerts. It's energy healing for me to go to concerts.
Love it.
Live, right?
I love music.
The way tickets are being sold now, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Who the fuck do you think you are that I am going to pay that to stand at your feet at a stage where I'm still... Fuck you.
Yep, correct.
Fuck you.
Yep.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, correct. I have kind of taken on this ideal process, I don't know, whatever, worldview. It is part of my worldview. That I am the ancestor of the people who will actually have the change that we're talking about if I start making the change now. And it may be 100, 200 years from now, but we have to, I'm taking on this idea and this way of looking at it as it may not happen in my lifetime, but I will be the seed or part of the push to make and help that be possible for people down the road, downstream.
Right.
Because
and maybe I'm so fixated on it lately because it's a distraction from my own stuff that I'm not wanting to deal with. I don't know. But I still, and this is another thing that irritates me. Like, I don't like that you can change yourself and it's up to you and you do it on your own and stuff, whatever. But certain parts of those things do rely heavily on others, and others are corrupt and fucked. You know what I mean? So you can't just go create change. Like, oh, go be the change you want to see in the world. Okay, well, in certain parts of the world, that'll fucking get you arrested.
It will. In certain parts of the U.S., it'll get you arrested.
Yeah.
Depending on your skin color.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
So, like, I can live in my bubble all fucking day long, right? But I still have to answer to the outside world at some points. And that outside world comes and affects me directly. So I don't like that quote either.
It's,
like, I get what they mean as an overall, but it's not.
What Christian?
I can talk love and light out my ass all fucking day long. But when it comes down to brass tacks, it's not fucking reality. And I think people need to fucking watch their mouths and how they sell and present shit and be more fucking realistic with it.
Yep. And you know what? It is, that drum is just singing today. I love it.
It's crazy.
It's irritating. I know if I'm teaching a class, who's going to get something out of it and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
I know not to waste my time and effort promoting to heavily promoting. Like I might spend 10% of my promoting energy with the love and light folks,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not the
Not
majority.
going to waste your time.
Yeah, no, because it is frustrating. And I have, like, of course I have, because I wasn't just born with this perspective. It's taken 50 plus years to get it. But I then compare myself to go, oh, well, they sell out their retreats, and how come I can't sell out my retreats? So then I'm like, well, what are they doing that I'm not?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so am I willing to give in and start producing retreats that are not what I want to
That are
do,
inauthentic,
just to
and
sell them?
another cookie cutter fucking retreat,
Yeah.
just so you can make money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I willing? So any of us can ask ourselves that question.
Right.
Are you willing to do what you would have to do, not needs to be done, what you would have to do to get what you want? And then how does that affect your alignment?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like if I keep all those shows that have the guy who turns his life around, and he's had to beat up guys, or he's had to like kill people or whatever, and then it comes back to haunt him, right? In the end, like we've kind of seen this over and over.
Right.
So we don't really know how that's going to affect us in the future. The present me can say, ooh, I can see how that is not going to go down real well long term.
Mm-hmm.
Or because even if it's self-defense and you're like, you kill somebody out of self-defense,
Mm-hmm.
there's still a shit ton of things that your spirit, body, soul, whatever, is going to have to process.
Right.
So I'm just using death as killing as because it's so extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like I remember being Mormon, and the quote they used to say, which I think is what I kept hearing, which I think is really good quote. It's basically talks about how do you live in this in this world but not of this world, kind of thing. So that's the hard part. Like that's the listening to myself and going, oh, I don't want to hang out with those people, or oh, I don't want to. But if my need for acceptance and for people is so intense because I haven't dealt with my own personal need and allowed myself to be self-sufficient, and maybe searched out and found people that I can hang out with who don't fuck over my integrity. If I can't do that, I will throw myself out the fucking window every time, and my integrity out the window every time to hang out with people who will accept me, and they may not even give a shit. They just pretend to. Yeah. Like we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. And that's the hard part is we think so little of ourselves because we've been taught that we're
right.
nothing.
Right.
That we will throw ourselves into the garbage can and do horrible things for ourselves just to have that little bit of connection and to have somebody look at us and say, good boy. Good boy. You're such a good boy. For 2 minutes. That's it. We'll throw away a week. It's a good boy.
Yeah. It's gross.
It is. And so, and this is the thing. If we keep teaching people that this is the acceptable way to act, and by teaching, I don't mean physically teaching them, I mean showing them, it will continue. The hardest thing is going to be for the people who want to really pioneer moving out of this space, like your husband. He is frustrated with that place, and he tries to treat people well and take care of people. We will have to figure out a way to deal with our frustrations with this so that the people that work for him now can see a different way of it being done. And that's the hard part. The pioneers have to show and figure out and live it. How are we going to do this differently? And which, by the way, is an experiment every day.
Right.
So, and then only living it can we then show people, I think, that it can be done differently. Not my way, not your way, not their way, but a different way. And then the more people awaken to the fact that this, you just keep climbing this ladder of structure where you just keep you control the people below you as you're controlled by the people above you. Until we can break that,
right?
That's because we're actually going to respect each other and have self-value and value for humans, not try and control and treat people like shit to get what we want for money.
Right.
So until we can do that, it probably won't change. But the way to change it is that enough of us become pioneers at just doing it differently. That's it. Just doing it differently.
Yeah.
And that's that. I'm selling you this right now. I'm going to tell you that's blood, sweat, tears, frustration, heartache, heartbreak, hunger, loneliness, frustration, questioning, self-doubt. That is going to be all of those things wrapped up together on a daily basis to get to the point where we can feel comfortable making the decision differently. So you're going to go through a shit ton of fucking bullshit because you're going to have to be resisting that programming. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. It's going to be ugly.
It already is.
And you're going to...
For those of us trying.
Yes.
Trying.
Yes.
Trying.
You're going to fail. Let me back that up. You're going to think that you failed because you didn't get what you wanted, which was immediate success. Well, that's a false thing. The failing is quitting resisting. The failing is not going with... There's not even failing. It's just a series of events that help you to understand better you. So failing just comes with our need to re-examine our expectations.
Yeah.
And I pick on Tony Robbins all the time, so please don't think I don't like him. He's just the one name that everyone knows.
Right.
So he could be a fucking amazing guy with beautiful teeth, and he's like, yeah, whatever. He went through this, but we just don't talk about it.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to make norm the messy bits, the back and forth, the struggle, the fight with your brain and your body. And when your brain's on board, your body's not. When your body's on board, your brain's not. And you know what I mean? Like, let's make that the norm, talking about the messy bits. It doesn't go from, oh, I need, and then, ta-da, I have it all. Look at me. Life's perfect.
Everyone should have to be in the delivery room and watch a baby being born. Because I've never done it, but that will demystify things, and it will I can't okay, hold on. That's a real messy bit.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe we could allow people to mourn for as long as they fucking want to mourn, however they want to.
But also, here's the catch too. Like, you'll see it in the New Age spiritual stuff too, right?
Yep.
People will get onto a phrase: depression, body distortion, ADHD, OCD, high anxiety. And then their platform becomes all about that. And I can agree with that. And I fully, 100%, I get depression, lived it, lots. I don't want that to have my main focus. I don't want it to be my main focus. I don't like, I wanna move on from that, not have it regurgitate all the
Yep.
fucking time, and maybe it will.
Yep.
Maybe I will. I'm
Yeah.
100% I sure will have bouts of depression, but I don't want that to be what people connect with me over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, we're trauma bonding." Like, you had this and I have this,
Yeah.
and so we're going to be besties because we can understand that part of
Yeah.
each other and we can relate that way.
Yep.
So we're going to trauma bond and we're going to be besties forever, but we're always going to talk about our depression, our anxiety, our ADHD,
Staying
our
in line.
whatever.
Yep.
And then like, and then you claim it, and
Yep.
then you keep reclaiming it, and then you keep reclaiming it.
Yep.
And I'm not saying it doesn't have its place, and I'm
Yep.
not saying that I'm glad depression and all that has become more aware and talked about now. It's a very good thing. I'm just saying I don't want to be stuck in that place.
No.
I don't want to keep regurgitating it. I don't want to bond with people over that one thing. Like, so
Yeah.
yes, let's talk about the messy bits, but the trick is, and there's so many people doing it now, like influence everything, right? Like they are bonding over this and they're like, oh, but I'm better, but, oh, but I'm better, but, and that's going to be the catch. Like I already see it happening.
Mhm.
Already see it happening a lot,
Yep.
actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There that I think I can see some connections to that going back to you're broken. You're never going to be good enough.
Hmm.
And so I also need to explain to you why I do what I need an excuse. I need to explain to you why I do what I do and why and but you get it because we've bonded, we've trauma bonded, so it actually keeps it kind of can keep you there. What would be a safe place to say we've had something similar? It makes me feel like you're hearing me because you have.
Hmm.
I can tell other people X, Y, and Z. Like I can tell my fucking white male friends all the time um, that uh, we have similar things, but they'll never understand
Hmm.
being gay, picked on in a small town, even
Mhm.
though I look like I look.
Right.
They'll never understand. Well, why wouldn't you feel safe? I'm
Right.
safe. We look the same. I'm like, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
So having somebody who understands that for me would make me feel heard. So, but if it's through trauma, it's it can be one of those, I think, things that keeps us legitimized
Hmm.
and validated
Hmm.
versus moving through
Right.
it or integrating it or figuring out how to live life with it
Hmm.
or how not to live life with it. I mean, honestly,
I mean, and
I
if you
think
live with
that's
it, that's great. Live
yeah,
with it, but let's not make it the main focal point of topic or whatever.
yeah,
Like you can
yeah,
find somebody who grew up like you, and they do it
yeah,
like you trauma bonded, right?
yeah,
But then there's people that do that, and then they get a couple more people that
yeah,
do that, and then it
yes,
becomes a group of
yes,
hatred
it does.
because we're gonna go
Yes,
attack the people that look like and sound like and act like
yep,
those people that did that to us,
yes,
right?
yes,
So,
yes.
yeah.
Um, you brought up a word for me. I know we're like at an hour 38.
Oh shit.
I know this happens to us all the time. But we hope you're enjoying this. You brought up a word that um, I think might be a good finishing point. So, except I can't. Oh, I have my glasses on top of my head. Hold on. That I wanted to look up the definition. Um, Fascinating. Okay, so just fucking touch. Jesus Christ. Um. So
The word is.
the word was live, and then as I looked it up, because you said we both said live with.
Hmm.
or live. And so I thought, okay, I'm gonna look up live. And then it took me to alive. And so alive being an adjective of a person, animal, or plant living, not dead. And part of that definition is continuing in existence or use, like keeping hope alive. Oh, look at, okay, so the number 2 is of a person or animal alert and active or animated. The example sentence is Ken comes alive when he hears his music played. Look at that. Having interest in meaning. We hope we will make history come alive for the children. So one of the things about this is continuing in existence. So is that living? Is that being alive? Or is it coming alive or having interest in meaning? That's another, I hadn't even thought of that as being a driving force for how we place value on something, on life, because some people might say living is getting by.
Yeah.
Living is XYZ.
That's not for me. No.
Mm-mm.
I would say living is, you have to have passion, interest,
Yep.
excitement.
Yep. Yes. Yeah. I would say that too.
Yeah.
And for some people it's not. And I think for some people who've experienced such intense trauma, and that's all they've done is being able to get through day to day.
Yeah.
That's so how do we define in our worldview alive and living? So there was one more thing I will share from you from my pink and purple pages. The card was the pilgrim card. The wanderer, traveler, apprentice. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth. Responsibilities, social conventions, and logistics dull us to sleep. Travel light, travel soon, your spirit needs it. So, also going into the fact that our ancestors for thousands of years before were hunter-gatherers.
Yeah, read that part about motion again.
I loved it. So that's why I wrote it down. Where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth.
Yeah. That needs to be, that explains it, right? And maybe that's part of the problem too, why everything's so askew and whatever, because going back to the comfortable thing and the way our lives are, we have a lot of freaking creature comforts, right?
Yep.
And there is less movement, so much less movement that weight has become an epidemic.
Yep. Yeah. I know in my heart and my gut that I need more travel. And I think I even mentioned it today or in the last episode. The responsibility and the social convention of putting down roots. In fact, on this card, again, just so the wild unknown cards, in the description of this card, it even talks about people saying, oh, well, when is this person going to settle down? When are they going to settle down and put down roots? Even that, I have a gigantic battle between my body and my brain with, oh my God, I really should stay here. I should put down roots. I'm going to have to, like, when my dad dies, I have to take over the property, like, and then doing all of that. And the idea about putting down roots is becoming agrarian. Well, what if to access who I am, I need to go further back to when we were hunter-gatherers and be okay with that and be self-sufficient in knowing that that's what I need is some movement. Because again, which I loved so much, where there is motion, there is freedom, expansion, and growth.
Right.
If that for me, that is a sentence for me that describes me.
Yeah. Well, and then other ways too, like I've been so like this from everything my whole life. I'm tense all the time, tense. My body is paying for it.
Yeah.
And then I sit and I do nothing, and then it gets more tense and tight. And then with movement comes freedom. And then it does clear your mind. It does, and then you have like, I would rather go bust my ass out in the yard for 12 hours.
Yeah.
Like I could do that for 12 hours and it'd be like, maybe after 6, I'd be like, oh fuck, I hurt. But like that was great.
Yep.
Right? I could go do a bunch of heavy labor that way. But trying to do 2 hours on a treadmill in the house is like a form of torture.
Yeah.
So there's moving your legs in a room, or there's moving your whole body. Anyway, yeah, movement, expansion, and growth.
Yep. Where there is motion, there's freedom, expansion, and growth.
Freedom. That's what I like.
It reminds me of those, because I would like my dad to get up and get moving a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But I did buy him one of, where is that now? Now that I'm like, I bought that for you, you little bastard.
Motherfucker.
All they do is sit there and pedal.
My grandma had one.
Yeah. I'm like, so yes, it helps with your blood flow and movement, but like, bitch, get your ass up and walk around the block. Like, Henry and I are going for a walk. Why don't you come with us?
Yeah.
Which I don't ask because I don't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. No, I've been watching a lot, and that's these 70, 80-year-old like doing calisthenics and freaking warrior ninja course, and it's like that's amazing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do think we get too stagnant. Like you have your 8 hours of, some people don't though. Some people don't even have their 8 hours of movement at work. They're sitting at a desk.
Yes.
And then they come home and sit in front of the TV, and then they go and lay down in their bed, repeat, Yeah. And so we've tried to fix that with gyms and whatever. And I hate that shit. I cannot say, I don't want to go to gym. I don't want to pay a membership. I don't want to be stuck to do that. I would rather go move rocks in my backyard than I would go to a gym. But I like that movement.
Final, I always say that, but we'll see where it goes. Here's the interesting thing. If you've ever watched the videos about the milk industry, prior to some changes being made, but they breed the cow, the cow has the calf is taken away within 3 or 4 days, screaming from its mother. The cow who gives milk, because then that's when the cow can give milk.
Yeah.
Right? So it just stands in the stall all day and there's no movement to it. In fact, they show cows being drug out because the cow can't even, it's dying and they have to drag it out. So my thought goes to, if we go back to the step up of we're treating our employees like this because we're treated like this. Who are we the fucking workforce for? Like, and I don't mean it to be conspiratorial. I don't mean it to be anything. But if we are talking about the religion of American capitalism, which requires a workforce that is exhausted, at the mercy of whatever they will give us. Yeah. That's the system in which we live. So we are fitting in perfectly. Right. And yet there are those of us who we can't seem to break the mold. But I think even looking at it from that perspective can shift maybe how we feel about it and can possibly change it because we've been looking at it from the perspective of, I'm going to say it in these terms, your vote counts, right? Like you matter.
Yeah.
And they keep telling us we matter.
Yeah. But
so we keep telling everyone below us that they matter.
Yeah.
But that just, it's in that system. Yes, we do matter. But in that system,
you don't matter.
All the dollar bill doesn't.
And
give
when
a
you
shit
go,
about
you'll be a slight.
Yeah.
It'll be a slight inconvenience for them.
Yep.
But for you to walk away from all that, when you have people and whatever relying on you, is life changing. Minor inconvenience, life changing. You know what I mean? Like, it's out of balance. It's totally
out of balance.
askew.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why, we are not going to promote that one of the largest demographics for suicide are middle-aged white men. There's no way you're going to break out of this.
And it's not just America either. Like China, their suicide rate for middle-aged men is astounding.
We are cattle.
And then, it's not just America. It's other systems.
Yes,
they're all the same. They're all nothing is working.
Which is why we have these China, Russia, like these systems that seem to be similar to the one we have here, but
nah.
But I mean, yeah. So we have these different places around the globe that hold this system. So if we were to make one world order, or like it supports that system, if they link together, will support and keep that system there, right? It reinforces it, which, yeah, you're right. In other places it is too, because I was listening to, again, there are like 3 tarot readers that I listen to. I love her. She's from Brooklyn. Did I tell you about this already? So she's from Brooklyn, and she's fantastic. She has that really Brooklyn accent, and I love it. She sounds like she smoked, packs a day. So I love that. She said, by the way, if you woke up this morning in a bed with a roof over your head and had breakfast, you are richer than 75% of the population on the planet.
Isn't that crazy?
I was like, I pushed pause because I was like,
75%.
Oh my God. So 75% of the population does not have even like those basic things.
In the country?
Planet.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, holy fuck. And I'm worried about self-actualization. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that, and I'm joking about that because that's all part of the hierarchy of needs. If the bottom 2 things, according to Maslow and his theory from the 1940s, but if the bottom 2 things are met, which are house, food, clothes, health, if those are met, then you can do the other. But if 75% of the people on this planet don't even have those, and that's where they focus, and we have the technology and the resources to go to Mars and terraform it, right? Like if we have the technology to do this, yet on our own planet, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
We have some bigger problems.
Yeah. But they're being kept as problems.
They are.
People genuinely do not want to fix that.
They're okay being cattle.
Yeah.
People are okay being cattle because...
And people are okay being the cattle herders.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, people are so complacent in their roles.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, here you go. You ready?
Sure.
You're like, fuck you. I heard it in your voice. Sure. I mean, fuck you. If you start a little snowball at the top of a hill and you let it roll down and it picks up snow, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The more people who start living in alignment and finding out how to do that with themselves, which is not, and who don't want to be cattle, will begin. I think it's that beginning of like a really simple, like if you've slept on your hand and it's tingly, 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 but eventually it all comes back to life. But it doesn't all come back at once, right? It happens little by little. I think that's where I think this podcast, our conversations, our frustrations, our with this whole thing is important, because the people who are listening and who may listen in the future will go, I thought that too. Oh, I'm not broken. Oh, I don't have to do it this way. And so having the conversation, saying the words, starting the thing doesn't have to be perfect.
Right.
We just have to do it.
Right.
And I think that's where, I mean, you writing the things that you wrote, if those were like on a blog as even journal fucking prompts, right? Like journal prompts by Debbie.
Shadow work. Questions to ask yourself.
Yeah. How about like a de-domestificationizing, which I love that word, which I came up with just now. Other people call it rewilding, but I think the wild part of you is there. So how do you move from acting in it from a place of domestication? Like, these questions will help break some of that down. So the more people are doing this, and I think it can't be, because this will tie back in. It can't be to be the savior. Right. Because then that ties us back into the other. So I'm doing it because this is how I want to live, and this is what I think other people, I want to help them reach that place for themselves. Right. That is not the same thing. No. As, here, this is the pamphlet on how to be Kenn, the rune walker, right? Right. That's not how it goes. Right. But we do tend to, I have to be the expert. I'm going to be the savior. Like, because we're still, and those are great signals that will let us know where we are still in that other programming. Right. But so like having the awareness of this is messy. Yeah. Because you may do things that you're like, I see now that was how gross. I said it and I did it and that was disgusting. Yeah. And that's okay. We have to be disgusted by it. Yeah. Well, hopefully it just, even if it like sparks a conversation somewhere in the universe at some point in time, Mm-hmm. Yeah. It will. It will, because we do have listeners. We do have people who are listening. Yeah. And it will shift and change things. I also believe it will, because the drum got involved. Jesus, that was freaking cool as shit. The drum got involved. It was a little bit annoying when I had to hear the echo back but it's not doing it now. No. And you all may have picked it up. I don't know. We'll see when we listen back. Yeah. But the beautiful drum hanging on the wall. It's doing it now. It did it, yeah. So it may be amplifying a vibration out, and that may help change things. And that's coming out from is. It wouldn't be echoing. It will. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. So it's just a matter of keep doing what we're doing. We're gonna keep bitching on this podcast, whether y'all like it or not. Okay? Yes, you love it though. We know you love it. Any final words? Tate just went, ugh. Yeah. He's like, you've had enough final words, Edwards. Love you, Tate. Love you. Thanks for listening. No. I think we said it all, right? Like 2 hours worth. Shit. We've talked for 3 hours today. So this one also is coming out mid-December. Yeah. So for those of you who celebrate like winter solstice or Christmas or Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever, however you want to celebrate the turning from fall into winter.
Mm-hmm.
Happy that.
Yeah.
And New Year, because you'll get one of these on January 1st or 2nd. And
yeah. Are
yeah.
you saying there's 3? Are we going to do 3 in one?
No, because this one will be on December 15th. Yeah. Crazy. Yeah. Because December 1st will be 11/11 portal.
Oh, okay.
The pink paper. The 15th will be the purple paper.
Gotcha.
And then January 1st, who knows? We'll see what the 12/12 portal brings out for Debbie in the questions.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
There's a lot to digest from today.
Yeah. I'm tapped out.
Yeah, now I have to go to the Walmart and get groceries.
Shit.
Fuck. It's a short list, thank God. All right, you guys. Remember, if anyone gives you shit, just tell them, go fuck yourself.
My vibration is just fine.